Hello everyone, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is Prehistoric Facts special episode number 247. We're going to be talking about a prehistoric reptile, more in the case of a turtle. And let's actually get started, shall we? It is Leviathanochelys. Leviathanochelys. And so this is a prehistoric turtle. This is what an artist's rendition of Leviathanochelys probably looked like. And so, yeah, this is a prehistoric sea turtle. Information about Leviathanochelys. The name means Leviathan turtle. That's what its Greek name means. Length is 12.3 feet. Excuse me, 12.3 feet or 3.74 meters. That is questionable because this is a very fragmentary specimen, only known from one specimen mainly. Weight is unknown. Lived in the Campanian age of the late Cretaceous period, and it was found in Spain and was described by paleontologist Castillo Visa in 2022. And so this is a fairly recent discovery. And so, yeah, this is kind of a brand new turtle that was discovered. And so here are some images here. So we have a map of Europe, and where I have circled here in red right here, this peach colored um, country right here, that's Spain. That green country that is actually right next door or attached to Spain, that's Portugal. Portugal's not part of Spain. And so Spain is right here. And then you got this size chart right here and of Leviathanochelys and with Archelon and this is kind of a funnier size chart because it has a Ninja Turtle right here, more likely on Leonardo. Is it Leonardo? I think it is probably Leonardo. Or, yeah, it is Leonardo because he's the one who has the swords. And of course, to a modern human, of course, Archelon with it. So, and then here are the fossils that have been found of Leviathanochelys. Leviathanochelys. And so this is a very fragmentary specimen. So we don't know that much about it. It's just mainly just a fairly recent discovery. More information about it. It is part of the group of reptiles called testudines. These are basically like all types of turtles. So this includes like your typical turtles that you see in ponds, in rivers, lakes, tortoises, and even sea turtles. And then of course you got its family part. In its family, it is part of the Cheloneoidea. Neoidea. Cheloneoidea. Cheloneoidea. These are very hard names to say, and um, so this is part of the group of sea turtles. This is basically sea turtles that lived in the past, and of course, sea turtles that live around today. And so the fossils that have been found of this turtle is that it's a fragmentary carapace. The carapace, to remind everybody, that is basically the shell of the turtle. And so a very fragmentary carapace. Partial pelvis has been found, and that's why. And so when you actually look at the phylogenetic bracketing, and you kind of see what some paleontologists describe it, what paleontologists that study prehistoric turtles is that they would actually say that that Leviathanochelys would have probably have been very similar to Archelon. Archelon is a large sea turtle that lived in North America, but there has been some Archelon fossils that have been found elsewhere, but majority of the fossils have been found in North America. And so Leviathanochelys is described as basically a smaller to medium size sea turtle in that type of time during the late Cretaceous, and this is a possibility. It is a piscivore, so this is basically saying it's more of a marine type of uh, diet. So it includes turtles and all that sort, or not turtles, fish. Excuse me, fish, and some other types of creatures that lived in the sea. The environment it lived in would have been very warm and subtropical. Of course, there would have been the Tethys Sea that was around at the time. The Mediterranean Sea did not exist at that point in time, and so the Tethys Sea was around, and Europe at that point in time would have been a scattered islands. It would have been a bunch of scattered islands. Spain would have been one of those islands that is considered to be on the medium to large size uh, islands that was around at that point in time. There would have been a lot of corals and different types of plankton, sea anemones, and all that sorts of stuff that would have been living around at that point in time in the seas. And of course, you got all the different types of animals, like your invertebrates, like your squids, ammonites, jellyfish, and your vertebrates, like your fish, sharks, rays, plesiosaurs, mosasaurs, pterosaurs up on the surface, and of course, some avian dinosaurs or birds up on the surface as well, because birds were starting to get into the areas where the sea is, and starting to have more of like a different type of diet. But even though there were pterosaurs that were probably going after some fish at that point in time. And so, what were the predators and prey of Leviathanochelys? And so, let's start with the prey. Its prey would have consisted mostly of jellyfish, regular fish, and of course squid. It would have been more likely its primary diet was basically those three things. The types of predators it probably had were more likely large mosasaurs. Mosasaurs were around at that point in time, more likely on like say the size of like say Tylosaurus. Uh, in that case, Tylosaurus would have been the top predator, but most of Tylosaurus fossils have been found in North America. There would have probably been other large mosasaurs that were around at that point in time. So you probably have like your regular mosasaurus would have probably been around at that point in time, and of course sharks. Sharks would have actually have been uh, predators for Leviathanochelys. The extinction of Leviathanochelys was more likely due to climate change. And so the sea level started to drop. The Tethys Sea was starting to like get smaller in terms of size, and so Africa was continuing to push a little bit further north towards Europe. And then of course you got the temperatures warming up slightly. So when the temperatures warm up slightly, that means the oceans start to get warmer as well, and that's when like the prey that it relied on started to disappear, and so that's where Leviathan Achilles probably couldn't survive those types of changes, and so they probably did not have they probably didn't adapt very well to the dropping sea levels, and of course temperatures going upwards. And I don't have a map of the world at that point in time during the Campanian. Like the best ones that I could find are mostly from North America, but like that's what I can find. That's all I can find. But so map of like say 75 million years ago of Europe, that's very hard to come by. But yeah, and so that's most of the information I got for you. I love Leviathan Alchelis. Just to keep in mind, this is not typically my expertise in turtles, but like it's still a work in progress. But hey, at least it's a challenge. I actually got a challenge to actually learn about this thing. And so, yeah, this was actually a lot of fun to actually get to research about. Next episode will be on July 31st, 2025, and there'll be a Q&A episode. So if you got any questions about dinosaurs or other prehistoric life, just email me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you should put your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messenger's a private conversation, so please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook posts. And also for you YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel according to my analytics. A lot of you guys are checking out my channel and not subscribed yet, so please feel free to hit the like button. It's also the YouTube algorithm works. The more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to the people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And also share the video, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And also hit that notification bell so that you can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out. And also you could go on my channel, click on the post tab, and you actually get to see like polls and even some like updates on like upcoming videos, and even some like paleontology news. And so I'm starting to actually put in some paleontology news in the posts tab now. So like you guys get to look at like the paper of like the uh, paleontological discovery that is being put out there, or the latest evidence that is coming out of like a certain type of dinosaur, reptile, that sort of thing. And so yeah, and so go on the post tab, you can actually check out the polls, uh, and also updates and videos, and even the uh, paleontology news as well. And also for you YouTubers out there, leave your questions in the comment section because I do read them all. All of you guys are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube. You guys are awesome. You're giving me some great questions for the Q&A episodes. It means a lot, so keep up the great work. And also make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads, same thing, at dino.chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of people around you. Also, for your younger people out there to make solution, your parents, your teachers, and your guardians, it's the best motivation you can have for a good education. It's very important to have good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.